Moving on, the final stop in the South Korean president's 4-day trip to China is Chongqing, one of the country's 4 direct-controlled municipalities, an up-and-coming major hub of trade in Asia. But the city is extra special for more than just these reasons. Lee Jung-yeon explains further.
One of the most significant diplomatic trips for Korea this year, President Moon Jae-in's first state visit to China. It comes after the long-standing row between Korea and China over the deployment of the U.S. missile defense system THAAD. As expected, President Moon spent his first 2 days in the capital city Beijing, during which he met with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Keqiang to discuss the future and development of Seoul-Beijing relations. But as is the norm for Korean state visits to China, he is visiting another city. This time, it's Chongqing in southwest China. President Moon Jae-in's choice to visit Chongqing is turning much focus toward this relatively unfamiliar city. But given its regional characteristics and historic background, experts are hopeful that this visit will help boost bilateral relations. During World War II, Chongqing housed the headquarters of the last Korean government in exile, in which Moon's predecessors organized the movement for independence from Japanese colonial rule and laid the foundations for modern Korea.
The president's visit to the Korean government in exile in Chongqing reflects back on how the leaders of the 2 countries actively communicated at the time. In the long run, meeting the city's leader, Chun Min-ar, could also lay the foundations for future relations, as he is a close ally of President Xi and one of the potential future leaders of the country.
Chongqing is also home to several of Korea's biggest companies, such as SK Hynix and POSCO, as well as Hyundai Motor, which the president is expected to visit on his trip.
President Moon's visit to Chongqing shows a strong interest in the city, which could be a huge boost, helping encourage local companies in the region collaborate with the Korean companies there.
The city's landlocked location also gives companies the upper hand in expanding into the innermost regions of China.
The traditional places for expansion, such as Beijing, Shanghai, and Shandong province, are saturated markets with high competition. In contrast, the central west area of China has strong buying interest, which is yet to be fully explored by Korean companies, so they can really use it to their advantage with the right marketing.
More importantly, the key word when discussing economic opportunities in Chongqing is China's Belt and Road Initiative. The BRI is a major project proposed by Xi Jinping that aims to connect Eurasian countries by bridging the gap in infrastructure to accelerate economic growth in the region. Experts say that because of the role Chongqing plays in this huge nationwide project, President Moon's visit to the region should hopefully pave the way for Korea to also participate in the project.
The BRI passes through Chongqing, and considering its strategic location, South Korea needs to think of ways to make use of it and get on board the project.
President Moon Jae-in made it clear not long after taking office in May that one of his main economic goals is to improve Korea-ASEAN relations and proposed the new Southern Policy. It aims to boost trade with ASEAN countries to more than $200 billion a year by 2022. Experts say that while paving our own way when expanding economic relations is a good start, being a part of BRI would boost these efforts.
The South Korean government's new Southern Policy aims to improve diplomatic relations with ASEAN countries. China's Belt and Road Initiative also happens to pass through this region. So we need to create a codependent relationship with China, so they also need us.
President Moon's visit to Chongqing and China overall is just the first step for the 2 countries in thawing diplomatic relations. But pundits remain hopeful that the state visit, along with the additional South Korea-China free trade agreement talks coming up this month, will bring mutual benefits for both countries. Lee Jung-yeon, Arirang News.